Now, KCAU 9 News starts with your forecast first.
Hey, good afternoon, Siouxland. As we're looking out at a gorgeous view that we're seeing from the KCAU 9 studio camera, as we see that sunny conditions are prevailing for much of the area. We do have some clouds popping up here and there, but you still get plenty of sunshine in between them as temperatures have been rising steadily up into the 80s for much of the viewing area, with some 70s as you travel into northwestern Iowa, but conditions are still going to be favorable for warm weather. I'll let you know about potential storm chances coming up as KCAU 9 News starts right now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us on your Monday. I'm Sophie Erber. Families in Siouxland and across the U.S. have struggled to find baby formula in recent months, and new tonight, the FDA announced it has plans now to help speed up production, hopefully putting an end soon to the shortage. Details in our top story at 5. Many factors contribute to this ongoing baby formula shortage. The FDA recalled several formula brands earlier this year in February after 4 babies suffered bacterial infections. Supply chain issues as well as federal regulations also play a role in the shortage as pharmacies and grocery stores work to fill their shelves with more options. Coming up here tonight at 6, you'll hear from one Siouxlander who decided to help by donating her breast milk to local mothers in need. Meanwhile, baby formula maker Abbott announced it has reached a deal with FDA regulators to restart production of baby formula, but it could take weeks to get that formula onto store shelves. Our Washington correspondent, Alexandra Limon, explains the immediate steps the government is taking now to help deal with that shortage.
Says it's working to quickly help parents get the baby formula they need.
Create some flexibility, cut red tape.
The administration says it's working with formula manufacturers to increase production. And Secretary Pete Buttigieg says the FDA is taking other action
on making it easier to safely import formula products, which we don't generally tend to do much of in the U.S.
The FDA shuttered a plant in Michigan as a safety precaution after 4 infants got sick and 2 died. All of them had had formula from that Abbott plant.
There was nothing wrong with that plant. It was never proven that any of that formula caused these 2 deaths.
The FDA is working closely with Abbott to bring the facility back online safely. That's the key here, safely.
The administration is also helping major retailers and baby formula manufacturers get more baby formula to store shelves.
And have made clear to all of them that federal resources, including transportation and logistics resources, are available and on call.
On Capitol Hill, several lawmakers have introduced legislation to try to avoid baby formula shortages in the future, and some administration officials agree that changes are needed.
And take a hard look as a country about how we got to having 4 companies control almost 90% of the market.
In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Americans age 50 and older lost nearly $3 billion in cybercrimes in 2021. That's a 62% increase over 2020. And these new numbers have been released by AARP tonight. In Sioux City, nearly a quarter of the population is age 50 and older. And there's a group of people doing something about it. The Iowa Fraud Fighters were at the Sioux City Convention Center today. They taught folks there how to prevent becoming a victim of fraud. And with an uptick in scams, the Iowa Insurance Commissioner says it is important to be proactive. Coming up right here at 6, we'll hear from the commissioner about what you can do now. It took a Hamilton County jury about 3 hours to return with a verdict for Michael Lang. That's the man accused of killing an Iowa State Patrol sergeant.
Court for Grundy County concerning count 1. The verdict form reads, "We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree."
Michael Lang was convicted of killing Sergeant Jim Smith during a standoff at Lang's home in April of last year. In closing arguments, the defense argued that Lang only fired at Smith when he saw Smith pointing a gun at him. But the state says that Lang fired 2 shots at Smith and ignored every chance to end the standoff peacefully. Lang was also convicted of attempted murder for firing his shotgun at an officer and ramming his home in a Bearcat SWAT vehicle. He also was found guilty of assault, attacking another officer during the traffic stop that prompted it all. Lang faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. The sound of bagpipes filled the city council chambers today. A 11 people from the Sioux City Police Department, Woodbury County Sheriff's Office, and the FBI lost their lives in the line of duty this year, and today those lives and the thousands of law enforcement officers nationwide were both honored and remembered. As of today, 105 officers nationwide have lost their lives in 2022.
It's something that we all know can happen, but as I tell people, most law enforcement officers I know, it's not something that you really worry about, but you know in the back of your mind that it could happen.
The Sioux City Police Department followed up that event with their annual award ceremony, honoring those currently serving in Woodbury County tonight. A Siouxland school is suing a computer company for damages tonight after a laptop cart caught fire in the fall of 2018. Lawton Bronson is suing Hewlett-Packard, also known as HP, to recover money spent to repair damages to one of their buildings. That fire broke out in one of the school's math classrooms. It was determined the fire started at a laptop computer charging cart. The school claims one of the HP laptops plugged into the cart was defective. The school originally filed the suit in Woodbury County District Court, but that case was transferred over to federal court. A trial is currently scheduled for September of next year. A Court of Appeals ruling has opened the door now for schools to possibly enact mask mandates in the future. The court removed an order that blocked an Iowa state law that banned mask mandates. However, they said that the law does not apply in situations where a school would need to require masks to comply with other laws. This means that schools could still require masks in certain situations. That's to accommodate students with disabilities. Sioux City will once again be rolling out their Kids Ride Free program this summer. During June, July, and August, students ages 5 through 18 can enjoy unlimited rides on the city's transit system. Now, those free rides are available Monday through Saturday. This is the 16th year the city has run this program. If you'd like a full list of times and pickups, head to our website at SiouxlandProud.com. Time to turn our attention to the weather department now. Meteorologist Victor Perez is with us, and what a beautiful way to start the work week. Victor, honestly, for me, a hard day to be inside.
I was going to say that too when I was looking at the camera. I guess there's good news on that end, that we're looking at showers and storms that will make it a little bit better.
Easier.
Yeah, right now we can see that the rain chances as we go through the day are pretty minimal, but as we head into the evening hours tonight into through tomorrow morning, you start to see that after about 5 a.m. we start to see more widespread chances for scattered chances of rain, really topping off as we go through the afternoon hours of tomorrow, and then heading into Wednesday evening, we'll start to see conditions clearing out again. So we do have ups and downs, but with those showers and storms that we see tomorrow, there is a potential to see severe weather. So we're going to keep an eye on that as marginal chances cover much of the Siouxland area, with an emphasis further south of Sioux City, getting closer towards Omaha and central Iowa and Nebraska, as there's more chances for severe weather down there, with the big concerns being 60-mile-per-hour gusts and hail of about quarter-inch in diameter. So we'll monitor that, but it should be calmer than the storms that we saw last week. Sophie?
All right, some good news there. Thanks a lot, Victor. Improvements are coming to Drake University's aging Knapp Center. Here's what it will look like when it's all finished. The 30-year-old building will have the old seats replaced with new and premium seating options. There are even plans for concessions lounges with sports bar-like offerings. Drake Athletics Director says that these improvements will bring the Knapp Center to the status of other sports venues in the Des Moines area.
The Knapp Center has been a great home to us for the last 30 years, and it just was needed for a little bit of some upgrades and improvements. So creating ways that have new premium seating options, trying to be able to provide some amenities to our fans, to maybe bring some attractions from a seating standpoint that could attract some more casual fans in here. I think what we're excited about, kind of the enhancements and the improvements that we're going to make to the Knapp Center.
Construction is slated to begin on June 1st. A series of paintings dating back to the 1960s are set to come out of storage. The late Bob Allern, an Augustana University alumnus and art professor, created this Reredos for the Luther League Convention in Miami. A Reredos is a backdrop for worship. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. even spoke in front of the art at that convention. Pretty cool.